as another younger, cuter girl comes along that can make more money, I'm going out the door, and I couldn't stand it.
But you ain't never had a good pimp like.
I don't want no good pimp. I want a good man.
No one knows how many working pimps there are in the United States. It is known that many pimps, though they like to describe themselves as gentlemen of leisure, in fact do work at pushing and dealing in drugs. But the crime of pimping is next to impossible to prosecute. Police do harass prostitutes, but almost in a casual way. More and more society regards prostitution and pimping as victimless crimes. And so much has the pimp become a visible man that they're prepared to talk openly on television. This is Hollywood, with two of his girls, Paula and Sherry.
I'm black. I was born in the ghetto. Understand? I come up wanting things out of life, you know, and I found a way to get things that I want. And I wasn't born with a gold spoon in my mouth, and I had none of that old cash. I felt as if I want things out of life, and there's only one way to get it, and that's cash, money. And that's found a way I can get it, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get it. I'm gonna get it.
Now, you may have heard that pimps beat the girls, they do this to the girls do that. They suffer. We don't go through those changes. We're out there, we're doing what we're doing. And he's accepting what we're doing, and he's doing what he's doing. So that's what y'all call pimps and whores. But I'm just telling you that we're not, the way you think we are.
Listen, we human.
Why do you go out and work for him?
Because I love him. That's why. Can you understand that?
I think so.
All right. Then that's your answer.
What does he do for you?
He gives me himself.
Paula, why do you work for him?
Why do I work for him? Because he needs me.
This is why I go out and work. Because he does need us. It's as simple as that. I don't think there's anything wrong with giving someone you love some money the best way you can, I mean, other women do it in other ways. This is how I do mine.
What's a pimp's life like? How did you get started in this business? You didn't wake up one morning and say, I'm going to be a pimp.
No, it was more or less a thing of, I guess, me really recognizing things that I could do and the things that I feel as if I love to do, and I love doing what I do.
This is Silky, who describes himself as having a PhD in pimping. He claims to earn as much as the president, $200,000 a year. He wears a $5,000 watch and a $4,500 ring.
PhD in pimping.
Pimps are nothing if they are not conspicuous consumers.
The word pimp has a certain pejorative sound. It's a nasty word. Does it bother you?
To whom?
To many people. To myself, for example.
Not to an individual who's dedicated their life to it.
You talk about it almost as though it's a very special calling.
Well, that's what I feel.
Describe a typical day in your life. How does it start?
I wake up, decide whether to go out or decide whether to go back to sleep.
That's it?
That's typical.
That's all you do all day?
Practically.
Why are so many pimps black men?
This would be pertaining to the past, but it was really the only opportunities you had if you weren't Jim Brown or, if you couldn't throw a shot put or run around.
It's the white man's fault. It's the white man's fault. I think it's because the thing he said earlier. I think it's because you could wake up and decide whether you want to go back to sleep. You wake up and you decide whether you want to go out or go back to sleep. I think some men like that. I think that's the lore. You sit home and smoke weed all day and the bitch out there doing all the work.
That's all you do all day?
Practically.
Why are so many pimps black men?
This would be pertaining to the past, but it was really the only opportunities you had if you weren't Jim Brown or, if you couldn't throw a shot put or run around the block faster than somebody else. It was the only opportunity you had. And thus the case has changed, fortunately, but that was the only opportunity.
Would you rather be doing something other than what you're doing?
Not necessarily rather. I wouldn't rather do anything but lay in the bed. And
Black pimps are a social phenomenon that has intrigued at least one team of anthropologists. Richard and Christina Milner studied them at close hand. They wrote a book, Black Players, The Secret World of the Black Pimp.
Nice. Shoot. Oh, the lady, yeah, bring your man in. He'll like it, too. Let me show you what it is, folks. It's about time.
For her research, Mrs. Milner got a job as a topless dancer in a San Francisco club, where she was billed as Tiger Red.
Holy shit. Holy shit. That was a curveball. That was a curveball right there.
One team of anthropologists. Richard and Christina Milner studied them at close hand. They wrote a book, Black Players, The Secret World of the Black Pimp.
Nice. Shoot. Oh, the lady, yeah, bring your man in. He'll like it, too. Let me show you what it is, folks. It's about time.
For her research, Mrs. Milner got a job as a topless dancer in a San Francisco club, where she was billed as Tiger Red.
Almost every night, I would get the same line from some new dude.
Juice Crew. She looked like a Juice Crew. Milner, I don't know. She seemed like Juice Crew.
Who'd walk in and see me up there and say, oh, this is a white lady that I want to cop. And he'd come up to me and he'd say, hey, mama, what you doing dancing up there for chump change? What's a fine fox like you doing standing up there when you could be hitched up with me and making plenty bucks? And, you know, I heard this version and that version of the same line over and over again. And after a while, I learned how to handle it. And I just usually say, I got me a man.
The good pimp is not a violent man. He doesn't get his way by pushing his woman around. He gets his way by understanding the social forces around him, by understanding the nature of woman, and by being able to control his own behavior, such as his own.
These are definitely Jews, press 1. These are definitely Jews, without a doubt.
I got me a man.
The good pimp is not a violent man. He doesn't get his way by pushing his woman around. He gets his way by understanding the social forces around him, by understanding the nature of woman, and by being able to control his own behavior, such as his own sexual behavior, for example, doling out sexual favors in return for the woman's money or good behavior. So the pimp, as in oppressed peoples throughout the world, is a trickster hero who gains his ends by wit and guile.
And what does he get? The symbols of power. Color TV, magnificent clothing, car, many women. These are symbols of power and manhood to the young black boy growing up in the ghetto.
And his style, his flash, his color, his manipulation of the symbols of power is part of the gaining of manhood by American black men.
The pimp, in many ways, has become the thoroughly modern man, not just to the young in the ghetto, but to white society as well. The way he makes his money doesn't seem to be of concern to magazine editors. His frills and feathers have become news. Decadence is its own reward. Take your stock model $10,000 Lincoln Continental and trim it with glove leather. In his own world, the flashiest taste is the best taste. He is a fop who wears his profession on his sleeve, whose very foppishness shows his defiance of the law and society. And the fact that the fashions have spilled over into society at large indicates how much society really cares.
This is his and hers outfit, which is polyester print, which is fabulous, one of the latest styles with the big cuffs. What I think they'll be wearing, you know, until next generation. And this is also the hairs to go along with the hairs. It's kind of trimmed in the mink style. And by the way, some of these styles, you know, come from the customers themselves. You know, they do their thing and, you know, we make it up. And this is a suede cloth that I made for his brother. You know, one of the designs that he picked, you know, and I have 3 pair of slacks that he can wear with it. It's kind of wild, you know, they would say, but it's what's happening today.
The pimp's world is not confined to the super cities. The smaller towns are a lucrative scene for small town pimps, known in pimpdom as popcorn pimps. This man, Mike, works out of New Haven, Connecticut, with a stable of 2 girls, Slim and Pat, one black, one white. Even a small operator like Mike says he takes in $2,000 a week, but he is modest about his success.
I don't have no big El Cavalier, you know. I don't have no big flashy diamond ring, and I don't keep no $2,000 or $3,000 bankroll in my pocket, you know. And I'm not flashy. I'm just myself.
Why do you have a pimp? Why don't you just start working? You surely have more money if you did.
Well, Mike's
You didn't have him around.
as much as my man as he's my pimp. You know, so I mean, if I was to go out and get a job, I'd be working for us. So instead of having a regular job, I'm out there working in the streets for us.
And like he's not really putting us out there. I mean, if we didn't want to go out there, we wouldn't have gone out there. I mean, if we didn't want to work for him or anything like that, we wouldn't have done it.
Prostitutes in New Haven work in one square block downtown. Mike parks nearby. And after every few clients, the girls turn over their money. Sometimes he gets a short count.
Hey, how many tricks you doing tonight?
Half of them are already $10. Most of them
$10 what?
$10 tricks.
No, you didn't turn the $10 trick.
I know I did not turn the $26 trick.
You turned one trick?
Uh-huh.
Nah.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Pat. You're holding up.
I know it. I swear to God.
Nah, something wrong, Pat.
I know there's something wrong.
No, it ain't that.
Yes, you want to search me, Mike? Huh? My guy is all tough now.
No, I'm serious, Pat. I'm serious.
I'm serious too, Mike.
The money's short.
Huh?
The money's short.
Huh?
I said the money's short.
Money short. I told you I had some change, and you told me you didn't want it.
That wouldn't even make up the difference. That wouldn't make up the difference. Straighten out the money when you come back next time, man. If you got to get it out of lamppost, you better straighten it out.
What is a pimp? What is a hoe? I don't know. Could you give me the definition? Because I classify myself as a young woman, you know, that wants to help my man. That's all. No pimps and hoes. That's calling each other names. That's what I think. Because they jealous. Because they can't.
He said Pat about to lose a whole tooth. Yeah, Pat better straighten that. She better straighten that out. She better rob a bank or stick up a gas station, but she better come back with that money next time.
Do it. That's all. They do it in another way. Can you dig that? How? You pay your wife money, don't you? What you call that? Huh? She pays you. I'm obvious both of y'all might work or whatever. So what do you call each other doing to each other? You know? Are y'all pimps and hoes too?
If they give the impression of a content family unit, we should point out that most relationships are not very lasting. The girls move from pimp to pimp, and the pimps are forever scouting for new girls. It's almost as though they come together for a brief moment of security, much like the square, straight world they're so contemptuous of.
They don't come to stay, they come to pay. Shout out to Glitch, man. Glitch 1568 says, "Happy Friday, my guy. From one sun man to another. I think I've been watching the show for free the last 3 years." Yeah, well, at least you paid your dues, man. I think, what's that? $7 a year, man? $7 a year for subscription, man. You can't beat that, man. Take the challenge, man. Support the channel. We going in, man. Wow.
How much are you spending?
Well,
What do you want to do?
I got $20.
Want a blowjob?
Yeah.
You're not a cop, right?
Height?
5'7.5".
Weight?
3 white hoes. I wonder what color their pimp is, man. What color is these 3 white hoes pimps, man? Never mind. Harold, man. Harold.
My name is Karen. I'm 24. I've had one prostitution case in the last 4 years and ended up in jail. That's how I met Harold. A girl came into the jail. She told me, oh, my man will get you out of jail if you be with him, you know, go to work for him. I told her, fine. And he came down there and got me out. That's the way a lot of girls get out of jail down there, though.
Last name? First name?
All the guys around, they check the jailhouses a lot. You know, or somebody goes to jail, you know, and they'll say, well, is there anything else in there, you know, worth coming out, worth me putting my money up to get them out? You know? And they get, a lot of guys, that's where they get their women from, is the jail.
Wow.
It's getting late.
That's crazy.
I don't want to stay up here very much longer. The first pimp I really ever had was drugs. Really is what pimped me. All right. I've spent up to $1,300 in one day. Me and my, you know, the guy I was with on drugs. What time do you think it'll be up here? Now, for the last 2 years, I haven't shot drugs. So all my money has went into cars and jewelry, taking care of my little girl, too. I'll be waiting.
Girls are not really that hard to get, really, because you always got something to tell them. This is one thing about any guy that hustles. He's got conversation. Put out enough conversation over and over. And then a lot of pimps are good actors. It takes a certain amount of acting also. So between your conversation, your charm, and your acting, you can pretty well have your way.
What's up?
Not too much.
Is there any money?
Been pretty slow.
How much money you made so far?
Enough. Enough, I don't want to carry it on me. I want to get rid of it.
You know, I don't want you to lay there and get jacked up. You know, I don't want to jump at the lady and take nothing, you know. Yeah, it's nothing, man. Get us some gas with it anyway.
I give Harold my money because I don't have any credit where I could buy a car. Or he's going to, you know, hire the best lawyer if I need one.
Oh, he's bad?
I really feel like I owe him because he saved me from going to the penitentiary. I feel like I would still be in the penitentiary right now if he hadn't have slowed me up. He would talk to me, you know, and he was a lot older, a lot more experienced than I was. And if I hadn't listened to him, I think I would be there right now. See you later.
How can racism be going on and this be going on at the same time? Have you ever, cause it been like this throughout ever since slavery ended. The pimp's been black and a lot of the hoes been white. How that goes on in slavery and racism is still, it's just insane, man.
I knew Harold a long time before I got with him. The first guy that I was with, he told me, you know, well, I know an easy way to make money. And, you know, I knew about girls. I said, well, if you want to talk to me about selling my body, you can forget it because I'm not going to do it. I was really headstrong, you know. And then after he talked to me, you know, and he explained to me all the nice things I could have, and I just decided, yeah, well, maybe.
Different girls are actually, in a sense, qualified to make different money. Some girls are motivated through threats. If you don't tell them that they've got to go make a certain amount of money, then they'll just run out there and any amount of money they make is all right. But then you got some girls are just self-motivated. They have a thing within them as saying, I want my man to have this. I want him to have that. I know the more money that I can get for him, the more he can have, or the more we can have. They meet your needs as far as money. You try to match their needs and so forth as far as what they want. What do you look for? Solid color?
Yeah.
Some want a nice car. Some want a lot of pretty clothes. Their needs are no different than the average woman.
This is why I be like, yo, they need to give Caitlin Clark a male coach. The Indiana Fever needed to be run by men, because women seek out male leadership. They seek it out. No one's got a gun to these women's heads. Now, once they get in a relationship, there may be a gun put to their head, but prior to that, nobody's putting a gun to these women's heads. Press one.
His best point is probably his personality. And I'm sure his worst point is his temper. He's gotten mad at me, but I've seen him a lot madder a lot of times, and I don't ever want him to get that mad at me. What do you like? Whatever you like, that's what I'm gonna wear here.
Oh, please.
Okay?
Don't make me grab my head, please.
Come on.
Don't make me grab my head. Just snatch a medium off and take a medium. Shit, a little room right.
That's not it.
How come that's not? Well, they got one down that wall somewhere.
I enjoy listening to him. He cracks a lot of jokes. If it's real dull and he comes around, everybody's gonna liven up.
Some girls, they require more time. Some of them just, I'd say if you're only around them once a week, it's fine. Then some, you've got to be around them every day, because, it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of like, it's really basically kind of like raising children in a sense, Some kids you got to spend a lot of time with, some you don't. Girls, same way. Some you got to spend a lot of time with, and some of them you don't. On the average, I've had some girls that made, just say, a pretty well constant $300-400 a day with no problem. And I've had some that look like they just barely come up to $200 a day. Too hot. A lot of them are used to being unstable. So therefore, it's like a job to them.
A lot of women, they love to hustle. Whether or not they get to keep any money or not, they love to hustle. Well, pimps don't force the girls. How can they? A pimp can't watch a woman 24 hours a day. She's got to go to the bathroom. She's got to go eat sometime, She's going to sleep, and he's not going to sleep with her every night. So, no, it's not forcing. They want to do it because they, that's what they want to do.
Wow. The quiet part out loud.
Pimps don't force the girls. How can they? A pimp can't watch a woman 24 hours a day. She's got to go to the bathroom. She's got to go eat sometime, She's going to sleep, and he's not going to sleep with her every night. So, no, it's not forcing. They want to do it because they, that's what they want to do. They love the man that they're with, and they want to make him happy. And the way to make him...
Yo, she got the stepbrothers picture. Stepbrothers. Oh, man. The family photo with the pimp. Man, it's been a great show, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. We may have to finish this tonight, man. We may have to go into the pimping tonight, man. This has been informative. I thought I knew a little something, man. That's Black Columbo, though. I don't know. I'm constantly learning, man. Salute to you guys, man. I'm constantly learning, man. Constantly learning, man. Great show, man. Be back tonight, man. 10, 11-ish, somewhere around there. You know how we roll. It's been informative, man. Definitely gonna cut this up though and make this a video. Same black time.